Tonight we will see the very best of NXT 2.0 go at it against the very best of NXT UK. Welcome everybody to Worlds Collide, our very first NXT pay-per-view here on the channel. We have a loaded card for you guys here down in Orlando, Florida. I hope you guys are excited for this one. I sure am. If you are, make sure you drop that like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. Titles will be on the line. But in the first contest, no titles on the line of this one. It is all about bragging rights. Six-man tag team action and making their way to the ring first. Representing NXT 2.0, it is Imperium, which is Gunther. And then the NXT Tag Team Champions, Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. The trio make up Imperium, one of the most dominant groups currently in NXT. That is Vinci on your left, Gunther front and center, and Kaiser on the right. And this is a group Imperium that has run roughshod over NXT since coming over. As you can see, Vinci and Kaiser with the gold around their waist. Currently NXT Tag Team Champions. Won that titles about a month ago at the NXT In Your House television special. Currently in their record-tying third reign as champions. A group that has just put their footprint on NXT 2.0. Also did it in NXT UK. Don't forget Gunther, the longest reigning NXT United Kingdom champion in history. So this is the group that has done it all, it seems like, besides Gunther winning the NXT Championship, which, you know, might happen in the future. But Imperium, they like to say the mat is sacred, and they have a chance tonight to defend that mat. As you can see, all three in the center of the ring. The crowd snapping their photos as Imperium gets ready for their opponents, and they have a tall task in front of them as they're going up against another group that has been pretty dominant in NXT UK. They are Gallus, the Coffee Brothers on the ends, and then the leader Wolfgang in the middle. Gallus is another group that's done a very good job since their formation. They've been a very formidable team in their own right. They've had gold in the past as they were former NXT UK Tag Team Champions, as that was the combination of a Wolfgang and Mark Coffey. As we get ready for this one, it looks like Wolfgang will start off against Ludwig Kaiser. We underway with our opening contest, a battle for bragging rights between these two trios. Who will get it done? As it looks like Kaiser takes down Wolfgang first, and it gives Imperium an early advantage. As you can see now, who will win this battle? Imperium might be the safe bet. We don't want to sleep on Gallus too. They've done a very good job. We saw the Coffee Brothers come up short a couple of weeks ago on NXT UK for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships. They had a nice hard-fought battle, but lost to Mustache Mountain, who will be in action later tonight. While Imperium, on the other hand, NXT Tag Team Champions, nobody's really stepped up for the titles. We saw them have a nice non-title match on this past week's of NXT against Blade and Anafe, where I really thought Blade and Anafe really showed out as a team, but the NXT Tag Team division kind of wide open. But a win here tonight. Hold up, cover though by Kaiser as he gets one before a kick out by Wolfgang. But a win here tonight for Gallus would actually probably set them up for a shot at the NXT Tag Team Championships in the future if they want to make the trip over, as Ludwig Kaiser has been all him in the early going. Wolfgang hasn't been able to get off the mat, it seems, other than Kaiser slamming his face into it. And now Kaiser looks to drag Wolfgang over to his corner. Wolfgang trying to fight out, not allowing the tag to happen, as he creates a little bit of separation. Puts Kaiser up on his shoulders and is going to snake eyes him in his own corner. That's a statement set right in front of his two partners. And now Wolfgang stomping away on the throat of Kaiser, cutting off the breast circulation, a couple of knees for good measure. Wolfgang, very good set of moves there, and he's going to create the space and make the tag to his partner, as it is one of the two Coffee members. As it looks like that is Joe Coffey in the ring, working away on the left arm of Kaiser. As Wolfgang is there for a little bit of assistance if needed, but Kaiser will fight out of it on his own. And another elbow strike to Coffee, another one, and it looks like Kaiser setting him up for the triple. He does, as that'll send Joe back down to the mat and make Giovanni Vinci into the ring for the very first time, the other half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, as Joe is just going to slam him in the mat and then make the tag to Mark Coffey. Mark Coffey, also a former NXT UK Tag Team Champion, like I said, against Wolfgang, so plenty of tag team credibility. But Vinci instead is going to make the tag to the ring general himself. Gunther makes his first appearance in this matchup, but Mark not afraid of it, taking it right to the big man, who has looked very good in recent months on NXT. Had a big win at Stand and Deliver over LA Knight. He's currently now on Raw, as well as picking up 6-man tag matches of their own against Diamond Mine a few weeks back. So Gunther has looked very good since coming over across the pond. You have to think maybe a shot at the NXT Championship might be in his near future, as Joe poses over Gunther. Joe will get Gunther back up to his feet, kick to the midsection, trying to set up the big man, turns him around, then is going to hit him with a nice leg sweep, takes Gunther down, and Gallus looking pretty good against Gunther. It's going to make another quick tag to Mark as the Coffey brothers continue to use that brother chemistry. And Mark quickly gets over to Gunther, looks to drag him away from his own corner. Maybe going to think for a pinfall here. Yes, he will try to go for the cover on Gunther, and it's only going to get one, but he does make Gunther have to power out. And you can see Gunther came up holding that left arm, so maybe another target for Gallus. As now Mark Coffey on the outside on the apron with Gunther. Hits a nice back suplex on the hardest part of the ring to the lower back of the ring general. And now Giovanni Vinci quickly off of the apron. A couple of shoulder tackles, it looks like, into Mark, trying to defend his Imperium leader as he lets Gunther get the opportunity to get back to his feet. That's nice teamwork there by Imperium, looking out after each other. And now Gunther's made his way back in the ring, so has Mark. Mark with a couple of quick strikes, but Gunther will block it with a nice headbutt of his own, trying to get Imperium back to this matchup. Has Mark in his own corner, going to allow the tag to be made to Ludwig Kaiser, and he drops the double axe handle across the left arm, and Imperium looking to take control of this contest. Mark spills to the outside. This time Gunther is there to provide support if needed. He quickly hops on to the ring apron once more, and Imperium starting to dominate this contest. Mark Coffey in trouble on the outside in Imperium's corner as the ref has begun his count. Kaiser throws Mark across as one half of the Coffey brothers tries to get back in this contest. Kaiser looks like gonna let him get his bearings. Ref up to a count of 5. Could potentially get a count out. It's now up to 6. Coffey is still not moving the outside. Meanwhile, Giovanni Vinci has made the tag inside the ring. Ref ups to a count of 8, it seems, but Mark is back to his feet, so he will answer the tag. But now he's got to go at it against Giovanni Vinci. Vinci there to meet him in the ring. Has a couple of strikes, a couple of chops. That's going to back Mark up against the ropes, but he ducks another one. Instead, allows him to get back in this contest. Thumps Vinci up over the apron. Hard right hand shot, but Vinci holds on. This time another left. And Mark again maybe setting up for that back suplex on the ring apron. He does deliver. So both teams using all parts of the ring in this contest. We've seen this one go to the floor. We've seen it go to the apron, as both veteran units know how to use every inch of the arena. Nice power slam there by Mark Coffey on the outside. Giovanni Vinci now in a little bit of trouble as Gallus looks to take advantage. Mark will throw Vinci back into the center of the ring. Going to go for a cover now. Put all the pressure on the face of that forearm. Gunther is in the ring, but I think Vinci powered up in his own right. But now Mark going to go after Gunther. Not a good idea, as there's a nice knee to the midsection. Allows the distraction for Vinci to get the upper hand again. Another couple of quick rights. Has Mark Coffey backed up. It is a nice power slam. Imperium back in control. Vinci now makes the tag to Gunther, the legal man, again. But Mark does make the tag to Wolfgang. So both leaders facing off here in the center of the ring. Who's going to get the best of this exchange? I've been looking forward to this. Looks like Wolfgang's going to back up Gunther. But Gunther powers back with a takedown and a couple of stomps on the lower body. Gunther saying, "This is your leader, Gallus." I don't think so, but I wouldn't get too cocky yet. We've seen Wolfgang in some tough situations in the past as he gets whipped into the turnbuckle. And what does Gunther have in mind? He just throws Wolfgang across the ring. That's pretty good power. Wolfgang not a small competitor at all. And Gunther just throws him again. That time a headlock takedown, it looks like. As Imperium dominating this matchup. Wolfgang in all sorts of trouble at the mercy of Imperium. Here's the now a tag to Vinci, who's the legal man again. Gets Wolfgang to his feet, kick to the midsection, looking for a suplex into the powerbomb. Wolfgang now in all sorts of trouble. Vinci getting rolling off of the bomb, gonna go for the cover, gets 1, 2, but it looks like Joe is in to break up the tag, and it's all starting to break down. Kaiser dumps Joe to the outside. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Vinci lining up Wolfgang, has him up on his shoulders, the spin out, powerbomb in the ring. Vinci for the cover to get his team the victory, and Mark can't get there in time. Imperium victorious in your opening contest, and a very good back and forth action, and Imperium can say that they are the dominant trio in NXT. You can chop one up for 2.0. It looks like, not that we're really keeping Trout tonight anyway, but nice overall win there by Imperium. Just continue to show their dominance. Vinci and Kaiser, one of the top units in all of NXT, and Gunther maybe a shot in the near future at the NXT Championship. Who's to say no? Big win here for tonight against the Imperium in our opening contest. Up next, for the first time in NXT history, we have the European Championship being defended. The recently revitalized title over for NXT UK. And this is going to be a pretty solid matchup. Noam Dar, the new European champion who won the vacant championship, will defend against this man, Carmelo Hayes, who makes his way to the ring, accompanied, of course, by Trick Williams. And Carmelo Hayes looking to win the newfound title, as he didn't really get a rematch for his North American Championship that he lost at Stand and Deliver, but instead, once Carmelo Hayes figured out that the European Championship was being revitalized, he said, I want that title, and Noam Dar will have to defend against him tonight. But here comes the European Champion. Noam Dar beat Rob Van Dam, yes, the WWE Hall of Famer, a couple weeks ago on NXT UK to win that championship. And the last ever Heritage Cup champion, just kind of continuing, wanted gold around his waist, wanted an actual title belt, and NXT General Manager Triple H obliged and said, well, you got a shot at the new European Championship, and why not defend it, or why not try to win it against the last ever European Champion before its retirement in Rob Van Dam. 20 years ago that title was retired, and 20 years later we're going to see it defended on NXT. A big time title for this big stage. This Worlds Collide is the first NXT pay-per-view in the series, and it only makes sense to have the best titles defended. European Championship, look at it around the gold, around the waist. The gold around the waist of the Scottish Supernova himself as he makes his way into the ring. I'm excited for this one. As you can see, there it is, the European Championship, our first title defense for Noam Dar, as both competitors are in the ring for championship introductions. First, the challenger from Worcester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, accompanied by Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. And his opponents from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 187 pounds, he is the European Champion, Noam Dar. It's our first championship matchup of the evening. We got 5 of them, as Noam Dar returns the title over to the referee, to make this one official. Both competitors get a look at the gold, and that is what they are fighting over here tonight. As we get ready for Clash number 1. I'm excited for this one. Carmelo Hayes, Noam Dar for the European Championship, and here we go. The bell has rung. The gold is on the line for the first time in 20 years. We got a title defense. I can't stress that enough. What a long time it's been since we've seen the European Championship. And quickly, Noam Dar sends Carmelo Hayes to the outside. Misses a dive, though. Dar looking to start fast, but came up empty. The Scottish Supernova, your champion. He won that title 11 days ago. Having to make his first championship defense here against Carmelo Hayes, the man who calls himself the A Champion. Very solid North American champion. Lost that title in a 5-way ladder match as Stand and Deliver. So he was never pinned to win the North American Championship. Showed a little bit of arrogance, I would say, in putting the title up in the first place in that ladder match. But Carmelo Hayes thinks he is the best. I mean, he has accolades to prove it. Former North American champion, last ever Cruiserweight champion, former Breakout Prospect tournament winner just a year ago. And what a year Carmelo Hayes has had in NXT, and adding the European Championship to his name would only just go so much further in establishing his status as one of the best in NXT. But he has to do it tonight against Noam Dar as Carmelo Hayes takes control of this matchup. Has Dar grounded, drops a couple of elbows, just looking to slow down the pace, it looks like. Carmelo Hayes, a very smart competitor, as he gets Noam Dar back to his feet. He's going to pick him up here. What does he have in mind? Carmelo Hayes jumps him up for a neck breaker, a cutter actually. As Carmelo Hayes takes control of this one, a knee to the face for good measure. Noam Dar, after a pretty hot start, ever since that missed dive, hasn't been able to get back in the offensive. As now he's on the defensive as Carmelo Hayes now a drop kick to the back. I mean, he calls himself the A Champion for a reason. Wanted the European Championship once he heard it was being revived. Had a very good look at that matchup on NXT UK against RVD as a cover. Noam Dar kicks out quickly. As Carmelo Hayes in all control of this one, maybe taunting a little bit to Noam Dar. You know, Carmelo Hayes not afraid to talk trash. We know that for sure. As he's talking it right here to Noam Dar, but Dar back to his feet, looking to get back in control. Dumps Carmelo Hayes to the apron. Right hand, but Hayes hangs on. And now Dar, what is he thinking? He's going to go to the apron as well. Has Hayes, hits a DDT, spikes him head first into the apron. And that could be what Dar needs to get back in control of this one. A knee right to the face as well as the ref starts his count. And Dar can't win it out here, but looking to apply some pressure. He has that leg grapevined. And Hayes really nowhere to go. He's going to fight out of it. But Noam Dar looking to do a little bit of punishment here because he knows he can't lose the championship on the outside. Hayes has to either make the champion submit or get pinned. A countout or a disqualification does not bring the championship over to Hayes. As both superstars now make their way back into the ring. Dar trying to get back into this matchup. The European champion, the last ever Heritage Cup champion as well. Those Heritage Cup Championship rules were retired with the championship, so this is a standard professional wrestling matchup. Is now first win to get a pinfall or submission wins. No rounds, no nothing. As it's fall to the finish, sudden death kind of style as Dar goes for a quick springboard, but Hayes rolls out the way. Hayes has the high-flying scout, it looks like, of the Scottish Supernova. And now he looks to stomp away on that right arm of the champion, looking to isolate him, ground him, so to speak, as Hayes continues to stomp away. What would it mean if a UK championship was brought over to NXT 2.0? We haven't seen that, and Hayes has the chance to bring a championship over to the States, and out of all championships, it would be the European Championship if Hayes were to win, but Noam Dar, he's got something to say about it. A couple of elbow strikes, looking to get back off of the shoulders. Now he's going to shoot him into the sternum a couple times. Hayes backs up now into the corner, where Noam Dar is going to continue the offense. Rams his face into that top turnbuckle now. Snapmare over. Dar has something lined up. He has a drop kick to the back of the neck. Dar could get the pin here. Shoots the cover, gets one, but Hayes this time will kick out early. We've had a pretty back and forth matchup here. You see Trick Williams looking on the outside, has yet to get involved in this matchup, but Dar looking to end it here. Hits a brain buster, hooks the leg just to retain the championship. Has Hayes wrapped up and only gets two. Hayes kicks out at two. Noam Dar looking to put him away with that brain buster. Now Hayes in some trouble. Gets a jawbreaker there on Noam Dar, looking to create some separation. Now hits a nice Hurricane Rana takedown. Now Dar to the mat. Hayes now going for another pin, but only gets one against Dar. Has yet to really get a sufficient cover. Now Hayes gets him back up to his feet. Both superstars back to the center of the ring. Nice suplex there by Dar. Looks to hold the bridge. Couple of Northern Lights suplex. Now going to hold it for a cover. But after one, Dar actually gives up the pin. Not entirely sure if his back gave out or what, but Dar gave it up. And he's looking to continue the offense here on Hayes. Stomp to the face for good measure as Noam Dar. Oh, went for that shot to the midsection again, but Hayes said 3 times is not the charm, and now looks to get back into this contest, wearing down the champion again. Now looking to snap the leg down. Carmelo Hayes now goes for the pin on Noam Dar, but Dar quickly kicks out again. Dar, not sure if he's just trying to show a little bit of resiliency or send a message that you got to do a lot more than that to put me down, as Hayes hasn't been able to get a 2, and there's another code breaker on the champion. Now quickly working away on the legs. You've seen Hayes target both the arms and the legs of the champion, just looking to take away all appendages, maybe take away that high flying, maybe take away that grapple ability that we've seen out of Noam Dar. There's a nice suplex into the corner by Hayes, who's taking control of this matchup in the recent, going on the drop kick to the back of the spine. There's another elbow drop, looking to rain a couple of these now down on Dar, focusing on the middle of the body. He looks to drag Dar away from the corners. Is he going to go for a pinfall here? Yes, he will, but once again, a lot of times been wasted for the pin, and Dar again kicks out at 1. I wonder what it's got to do to your psyche. You're continuing to attack your opponent, and he continues to kick out at 1. That's going to start to set some frustration in on Carmelo Hayes, but so far we've seen Hayes. He's been cool, he's been collective, he's been braggadocious out of all things. So Hayes doesn't seem like he's letting the nerves get to him, and that's kind of what you need out of a champion. You know, he held the North American Championship for quite some time, so we know Hayes has the championship pedigree, but he's going up against a tough component here tonight who just recently beat a WWE Hall of Famer. Not many superstars on the roster can say that they have a win over Rob Van Dam, so Noam Dar definitely has that to his resume. Here's another pinfall attempt by Hayes. This time he does get 2, but Dar does kick out. But now Hayes can see, I'm making a little bit of progress. I got 2 on the champ, so I know I'm doing something right. But you got to stay on the offensive while Noam Dar trying to fight back. Maybe going to try to pick him up again. Hits another one of those brain busters. Now Hayes in some trouble. Dar doesn't go for the pin. Might be trying to go for one more blow. Wraps up the champion, thinking knee bar. Trying to get Hayes to submit. Hayes, will he give up? Will the European Championship stay with Dar? Hayes, though, will, with a kick to the face, create the separation, but you see him holding that left knee, so a little bit of damage has been done. Now Hayes, another jawbreaker, creates some more separation, floats around, and plants Dar to the mat, holds on for the armbar. We've seen this textbook Carmelo Hayes now trying to get Dar to submit. We've seen him work away on those arms as well, so Dar in some pain, but he does roll through to get out of it. And now both superstars back to their feet. Dar with a couple of quick strikes drops Hayes to the mat. But Hayes quickly back to his feet. Floats over again, and this time with a head scissors takedown. Nice sequence there by both competitors, but Hayes gets the advantage. He gets 2, but Dar barely gets a shoulder up at 2.5. And now Hayes quickly to the top rope. Can we think in that leg drop? I think Hayes has Dar in his sights. Leaps off, connects with that leg drop across the back of the neck. This could be a Dar in a lot of trouble. Hayes in the cover gets 2. And yes, that's enough. Carmelo Hayes gets the victory thanks to that leg drop from the top rope. And we have a new European champion. The first title change here of the night. The European Championship goes to NXT 2.0. Carmelo Hayes wins a very back and forth matchup here. And with his efforts gets the European Championship. The A-Champ is back, and now this time he's got another set of gold around his waist, adds to his collection. What a victory here for Carmelo Hayes. Back to the mountaintop he goes. Dar, after 11 days, just loses the championship. Hate to see it for Noam Dar, but a big win here tonight for Carmelo Hayes, who celebrates in front of the Orlando crowd, who have a little bit of mixed feelings. Carmelo Hayes, I don't think he really cares. He thinks he's the best well, it's hard to argue with them after tonight. Big win here for Carmelo Hayes, your new European champion. Well, we had our first championship match, and it resulted in a title change. Will we see another title change in this matchup? It is the NXT Championship on the line, and here comes A-Kid. Answered an open challenge this past Tuesday night on NXT. Braun Breaker said, I know somebody from NXT UK wants to step up, and A-Kid shot his shot, and now he has a golden opportunity here tonight to win gold for UK with the NXT Championship. A-Kid, the Spanish native, makes his way to the ring, but he's got a tall task in front of him. Crowd here in Orlando, Florida, across the pond, loves A-Kid, as you can see, cheering on for the young sensation. But he's got a tall task in front of him here tonight in the term of Braun Breaker, a two-time NXT champion, the reigning NXT champion. He won that gold back from Dolph Ziggler, and he's looked pretty good since. Made a successful title defense at In Your House against Tony D'Angelo, and has not looked back since. Well, Braun Breaker makes his way to the ring. He is basically the gold standard bearer for NXT. I mean, he's beaten some top names here. We saw him beat D'Angelo. He's beaten Dolph Ziggler. He's beaten Ciampa, who's now on Raw. So Braun Breaker has added quite a list of names to his resume, and he gets a chance here tonight to add a young up-and-coming superstar to that list in A-Kid, as the son of the Hall of Famer Rick Steiner makes his way to the ring. And we get ready for the NXT Championship. The top prize in NXT in the singles department is on the line, the NXT Championship. And now we get ready for championship introductions for this encounter. The following contest is for the NXT Championship. First, the challenger from Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 154 pounds, A-Kid. And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the NXT champion, Braun Breaker. Well, big fight feel here in Orlando as it is for the NXT Championship. Braun Breaker gets one more look at the gold, and A-Kid does as well. Can A-Kid win that championship here tonight? And it is the NXT title that is on the line. We get ready for match number 3 of the evening. We've already seen one championship change hands. Well, we see another one here as it's A-Kid versus Braun Breaker. And here we go. Crowd pretty evenly split. Plenty of Braun Breaker fans, but plenty of A-Kid fans as well. And one thing you'll notice right off the rip is the size advantage that Braun Breaker has. A-Kid actually just went for a couple of collar elbow tie-ups there, and Braun Breaker just shrugged him off. We'll have to see if that comes into play. Braun Breaker, very explosive, very quick on his feet, very powerful, and he's going to look to put that to the test here against A-Kid, who is well known for his high-flying ability, as Braun Breaker just throws A-Kid across the ring, just goes for a quick cover here, now gets 2, but A-Kid does kick out at 2. Braun Breaker looking to put him away quickly. Braun Breaker, it's a nice standing moonsault there. There's the agility of the champion. As Braun Breaker, he put an open challenge out for this matchup. Braun Breaker said, hey, I don't have an opponent for Worlds Collide, which is supposed to be the very best of 2.0 versus the very best of UK. And, well, I'm the champion. I don't have an opponent. So Braun Breaker threw out an open challenge, said anybody can step up, and it was A-Kid who stepped up to the champion, who's now choking the life out of him from the second rope. A-Kid showing a little bit of an aggressive side here. A-Kid stepped up, said, I'm going to go for the opportunity of a lifetime, and now Spanish Sensation has a chance to win gold. A-Kid, the very first ever Heritage Cup champion, by the way, in the UK, so A-Kid knows what it takes to get to the championship level. Now as Braun Breaker in the drop zone, hits a diving foot stomp on the champion. Quickly going to go for the cover. Braun Breaker in some trouble here. After 2, though, will kick out. But A-Kid was the former Heritage Cup champion. That title now retired. As now Braun Breaker, on the other hand, 2-time NXT champion. He's been champion now for 60 days. since winning the gold on NXT from Dolph Ziggler. We talked about has a title defense against Tony D'Angelo to his name. Looking to make title defense number 2 now as A-Kid with a nice maneuver there on to Braun Breaker. Has the champion in trouble, and this is what A-Kid needs to do. He needs to use that high-flying ability, get Braun Breaker on the back foot, or in this case, back on the canvas, if he wants to win this matchup. Now A-Kid has a hold of Breaker. He's going to dump him to the apron. What does he have in mind? Right hand. Breaker holds on. Another one. Breaker continues to hold on. This time a third one will drop him to the outside. And now A-Kid, he could do some damage here. Braun Breaker on the outside. A-Kid inside the ring. But A-Kid's going to let Braun Breaker catch his breath. And now Breaker makes his way into the ring. A-Kid, though, waits for him and connects with a couple of right hands. Braun Breaker this time steps up some more. Another one. Breaker needs to get those hands up. Now an elbow, though, will back up A-Kid. And now Breaker with A-Kid on his shoulders. Going to go across the ring and deliver a snake eyes into the corner. Down goes A-Kid, and Braun Breaker looking to take back control. Well, Braun Breaker is one of the hottest and brightest young stars in NXT 2.0. I would put money on it that Braun Breaker is going to have a very successful career here in NXT, and including the main roster whenever it's time for Braun Breaker to move on. But Braun Breaker right now, he is more than satisfied. He wants to defend this NXT Championship, but right now he's in the drop zone as there's a diving elbow drop from A-Kid from the top rope. This to win the championship. Ref into position, gets 2, but Braun Breaker does kick out at 2, and A-Kid showing a little bit of signs of frustration now. He needs to continue to use that high-flying offense. Now both superstars back to the center of the ring, trading some punches. There's a nice butterfly suplex there from Braun Breaker, showing that amateur background that the Georgia native does have. As he gets A-Kid back to his feet, but A-Kid quickly tries to cut off the champion. There's that power again. Braun Breaker just shrugs off A-Kid, and now A-Kid chest into the turnbuckle is in a lot of trouble here. And Braun Breaker looks to deliver some offense. Now a couple of kicks to the down competitor using the boot across the chin of the challenger. And A-Kid cannot get in these kind of positions. He does not need his back to the canvas. He needs to be upright. He needs to be flying off the ropes, because this is where Braun's going to take advantage. Just quickly lifts A-Kid up on his shoulders and delivers another snake eyes into the corner. The power game of Braun Breaker is almost unmatched here in NXT, and he's showing it. Now has A-Kid now down on the canvas, working away on the challenger. Goes for a pinfall here, this to retain the championship, but A-Kid barely gets the shoulder up at 2.5. Almost had him there, did Braun. He's going to try to stay on the offense. Well, A-Kid, though, quickly back to his feet. A couple more right hand shots, but that just might have made Braun Breaker angry and connects with a huge clothesline. And now A-Kid misses another one. Goes for a back body drop, and now Braun Breaker starting to roll. Big time spine buster takes down A-Kid. Braun Breaker in control of this contest. Maybe looking to put away A-Kid. Has a hold of him. Going to take him to the corner. Braun Breaker's done some damage here from this area. Now quickly, what is he going to do now? To the top turnbuckle goes the champion. Don't see that very often. Thought about a super Hurricane Rana, but A-Kid held on and delivers an elbow drop to the champion. And Braun Breaker might have tweaked his knee coming down. Saw him holding that left knee, and that could definitely hinder the power game of the champion, as if you take out those knees, he might not be able to get underneath them. And I think A-Kid realizes that. Goes for a splash off the second rope, but Braun does roll out away, but it wasn't a very quick roll. Braun Breaker just slowly gets out of the way of that one. Now Braun Breaker from behind looking to lock in the Steiner recliner on A-Kid, made famous by his late great Scott Steiner, Hall of Famer. Nowhere for A-Kid to go, and he taps out. Braun Breaker with a successful championship defense. A-Kid looked good, but it was too much as Braun Breaker locks in the Steiner recliner. And all that weight, all that torque, nowhere for A-Kid to go. Only thing he could do was tap out. Strong performance here by Braun Breaker. He gets to defend the NXT Championship. Well, it's been a solid night for NXT 2.0 so far, as their superstars have won the first 3 matches, but we have 3 more to go, and I'm excited for this one. The trilogy concludes for the NXT UK Women's Championship, as these 2 superstars are 1 apiece in their history. Making her way here is Alba Fire, the former Kaylee Ray, who has reignited the flame, as she likes to say, found herself again after being unsuccessful a couple times for the NXT Women's Championship, and now here tonight she has a chance to win back gold in the form of the NXT UK Women's Championship, a title that she has held in the past, but it's not going to be easy, as she has to go up against literally the final boss herself, Miko Satomura. I'm excited to see Satomura in action. We have yet to see her in featured action here in Universe Mode. She did pick up a win a couple weeks ago against Blair Davenport on NXT UK to prepare for this contest. But here she is, Miko Satomura, for the first time making her appearance on NXT soil in North America. So it's great to see Satomura make the trip and put the title on the line as she makes her way to the ring against an old rival who pops up here again. It is the trilogy matchup, both these superstars at 1 apiece, so it's only fitting that at Worlds Collide they settled the score. As we go down to the ring, here is the NXT UK Women's Championship is on the line, as Satomura has to defend the gold. We get ready for championship introductions. The following contest is for the NXT UK Women's Championship. And first, the challenger from Johnstone, Scotland, Alba Fire. And her opponent from Niigata, Japan, she is the NXT UK Women's Champion, Miko Satomura. Well, the crowd here happy to see Satomura as we get ready for the UK Women's Championship. I am excited for this one. This might be my most look forward to match. This one could be match of the night, is for that title right there. The trilogy concludes for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Who will get that second fall? Will it be Alba Fire or will it be Miko Satomura? Here we go. This one is officially underway. The crowd is on their feet, and both superstars meet in the center of the ring as we get ready for this one. As like I said, this one, both superstars at 1 apiece, as Alba Fire won the first matchup back on March of 2021 last year, where she beat Satomura. Well, Satomura a couple months later in June of last year defeated Alba Fire, ended her record-setting 649-day reign as NXT UK Women's Championship. That is the longest reigning championship in that title's history. So Alba Fire would love to get it back here tonight, as she is in the early control of this one, as she has reignited the flame. Is that enough to get the victory here tonight? As it looks like she's looking good in the early going. She has Miko on the back foot as she takes her down. It's going to take a lot to beat the other competitor, as right as I say, that Fire goes into a pin, but only gets a 1 on the final boss. As Alba Fire very happy with her work in the early going. Who could blame her? Won the Women's Dusty Cup a couple months ago with Io Shirai. She was unsuccessful in cashing an opportunity in that Fatal 4-Way match at Stand and Deliver against the NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose, a title that she has come up empty against on a couple of occasions. So maybe it's just you got to go back to the old familiar. But Satomura, I don't know if that's really an easier task. I mean, Satomura is at the top of her game, and she is in control of this matchup now with an armbar here on Fire, who is close to the rope, but she's going to get that leg underneath it. So good ring awareness there by Fire as Satomura looks to get in her first little bit of offense here. Dumps Fire to the outside. Satomura, the final boss, she likes to call herself, from Niigata, Japan, reigning champion for 359 days, so a week from now. If Satomura can win this contest, she will have been champion for over a year. Very, very good accomplishment. The only champion who's held that title longer is the competitor she's going against. So the top two women, and you can say NXT UK's history, battling out here tonight. Only fitting that is at the pay-per-view where the very best that both have to offer go at it. As now both are on the outside, planted goes Fire. As Satomura holds control of this matchup to a count of 4. And now Satomura just continuing to throw Fire across the outside, rough up to a count of 4. So both competitors have plenty of time to get back in the ring. As you can see, the fans, every fan on their feet for this matchup, cheering. Half of them want Satomura, half of them want Fire. As now both of them continue to go at it. Now Fire against the guardrail. Satomura recognizes the ref is up to a count of 7. Is going to give Fire a chance, but she has to beat the count. And it looks like up to 8. Fire will do so. Satomura in the ring, but I think Fire got in there a little too quick. Satomura might have got caught off guard and then get planted for her efforts as Fire gets the crowd behind her. And now looks to take it to the champ and get back in this contest. She's going to dump Satomura now to the outside. A little bit of taste of her own medicine. And once more, both superstars on the outside. Looks like they both want to use every part of the ring in this contest, both inside and out. As now Fire wants to use a little bit of the outside. There's a nice arm drag takedown. Deliver some punishment of her own on that thinly padded outside. Now a boot across the throat of the champ. Wraps up to count of 3. Fire gonna make her way back into the ring, and now Fire is awaiting Satomura to make it back into the ring. So a little bit of one-upsmanship, a little bit of anything you can do, I can do better, it looks like in the early going. Is now Fire, though, back to the outside. Takes down Satomura again. I mean, might as well use the outside. It's the hardest part, so, you know, you might as well just take advantage of it. And Satomura now reeling, and Fire has really slowed down the pace of this matchup, just continuing to go with methodical offense here against the champion, and now going to throw her across the outside. Satomura crashes into the barrier on the outside. As Fire just laughing at the champion. Not entirely sure if that's a good idea, but Fire has the confidence, and she's going to show it against the champion. Rough up now to a count of 7, and just like Fire earlier, looks like she will oblige as the ref gets up to a count of 8, but this time Fire is ready for her on the inside. Kick to the midsection, and now Fire has her on her back. This is that gory submission that we've seen Fire use in the past. Satomura in a deep trouble here. Can she get out of this one, just being stretched literally from head to toe across the body of Fire? But it looks like Satomura will power out of it with an arm drag, but that could have been a lot worse for the champion. Now a clothesline. Satomura getting fired up here. Gets the comeback started. A super kick drops Fire. And now Satomura is in control. Has Fire working away on that left arm. Now flips her through. Knee to the back. And Satomura now posing for the crowd. Showing off a little bit. Happy with her work. As the game of one-upsmanship continues. And now Fire hung across the top rope. Satomura in control now, stomping away, and more stomps. Has the challenger down, ties up the right arm, now grabs the left, and is twisting at those fingers. You can see them just being bent back, and then a couple of knees to the back for a good measure. Satomura just utilizing every part of the body in order to get the victory. Now a couple of knees to the midsection. As Miko Satomura looks to close in on that year reign. She'd love to do it. Only one other woman has done it, like we said. And Satomura could etch her name in that regard. But Fire now starting to get back in this matchup. DDT plants the champ. That's a good way to create some separation and get back on top. And now that boot across the throat again. Alba Fire been very methodical, been very picky with her offense here. Everything's been done for a reason. And it's starting to pay off as now Satomura propped against the ropes. Fire now just bouncing her off. A couple of elbow strikes into that lower back. That'll knock the wind out of you. And now she continues to stomp away at the champ, who is down. Gonna tie her up. And now another submission from head to toe again. Knees into the back. Satomura just being stretched out here. She will get out of it, but all these stretches got to start to come in handy, but I think Satomura just caught Fire coming in for a takedown there. A nice knee strike stuns the challenger, and then she goes once more to the outside, creates a separation. I think Satomura knows she's actually going to go to the outside, not going to look to regain herself here, looking to stay on the offense, which isn't a bad strategy at all. As the ref begins to count again, there's a big roundhouse miss by Satomura. Now Fire has the champ up on her shoulders. Gonna walk to the apron and drops her across the apron. That's the hardest part of the ring. And you just went jaw first into it. Fire looking to get the champ back in. Knows she can only win inside the ring. Champion's advantage is in this matchup, just like it has been in everyone. And Fire will make it back in. Satomura to her feet, but Alba is there quicker. And now both superstars trade holds in the middle of the ring, and it looks like Satomura will get the better of that exchange. And now she has the challenger in trouble. Going to lock in a armbar here. That arm and shoulder being stretched here by Fire. Doesn't look like it's being fully torqued yet. Fire is fighting it. And she will roll through. Nice counter knee for a good measure. As both superstars starting to work away. You see Satomura focusing on the arms of Fire, while Fire just looking to stretch out the champion and put the pressure on that lower back. And now going to snap through. There's a kick to the sternum, right to the champion, but the champion quickly answers with a kick of her own, not letting Fire get a lot of offense in quick. And Satomura knows starting to get into the later stages of this contest. Has a hold of that left arm again, just a couple of kicks now. And once more taking her down. Saw her use this early in the matchup. Just again, same concept, stretching those joints. And then a couple of knees for good measure. So both superstars looking good in this contest, but nobody able to put the other one away just yet. Starting to think that one big move, who is going to land it? And now Satomura clothesline. This could be it. Starting to get fired up again. Another one. Ducks under. Another super kick. And Fire goes down again. Satomura quickly trying to get to the cover. Not going to let Fire get out of this one. But maybe wasting a little bit too much time. I think Fire was fighting the drag. And now only one she will kick out. And Satomura a little bit shocked to say. And she's starting to maybe think, what do I got to do to put away Fire? I've beaten her once, but now you got to beat them again. That's the glorious thing about this encounter. Both superstars know they can beat the other one, but now hold up. Alba Fire again. Has Satomura on her shoulders this time. Just going to lock in the submission again. Not going to go for the glory bomb just yet. Continuing to pull away at the champion. But once more, Satomura fights out. Very gutsy performance here by the champion. A lot of competitors would have submitted. And there's a nice bicycle kick to the face of Fire. Caught her coming in for that kick. And now Satomura looking to go for another cover here. This to retain the championship. Gives 1, 2, and at 2.5, Fire just gets the shoulder up. Satomura almost had it. As both superstars starting to get into deep water. Satomura looks to stay on the offense. Can she put Alba Fire away? Gets her from behind. Is going to spin her down for a spinning back suplex. That'll put the pressure on those shoulders and neck area. The Fire, though, quickly back to her feet. Trying to, it looks like maybe running on a little bit of adrenaline here. And then drops the champ. Now Fire back in control. And she's going to work away on those legs of Satomura. What does Alba Fire have in mind? Continues to work away on that left leg. Now she might be starting to think, what do I got to do to put away the champ? That's the glorious thing I was trying to say earlier. Both superstars know they can beat the other one, but can you beat them twice? It's a lot easier. I mean, yeah, you can get one win. Maybe you can get a fluky win here or there, but I mean, beating the same competitor twice, I mean, that is no easy task, especially at this level of competition. You got two of the best, if not the best, in European women's wrestling going at it here. And you try to beat the other one twice, I mean, good luck with that one. Now both superstars, I mean, it looks like Satomura has the upper hand, but for how much longer? They've traded momentum here. That is what you get upper level competition. Nobody really able to get too far in front, but Satomura again connects with that spinning back suplex. Fire once more goes to the ground. And now Satomura could be setting her up. A couple of knee drops to Fire's midsection for good measure. Now going to go for a pin. Is that enough? As Fire had the air knocked out of her. No, she will kick out at 2. Going to need to do a little bit more than that. But now Fire on her feet. Satomura, there's a kick. Another kick. Backs up the champ. Now a couple of right hand strikes. Going to have her on her shoulders. And plants her down. This could be it. Satomura connects with a driver. But at 1, Fire kicks out. Satomura shocked. but continues to keep the offense. A knee kick to the back, but now Fire gets back in this one. Kick. Fire has Satomura up, but no, Satomura maybe thinking Gory Bomb this time. Gets out of it. And now Satomura with Fire in her sights. There's that kick again, right to the face. And Satomura lining up the challenger. This could be it, looking to put her away. Fire down to one knee. Satomura flips through. Kick to the back of the head. Fire could be out of it. Satomura shoots the half for the cover. Gets 1, 2, and Satomura retains the championship. Gets the second victory and wins the trilogy. A valiant effort here by Fire. This went back and forth, but Satomura able to put Fire away and retain the championship here. Fire, though, back to her feet. Hold on a second. Both superstars having a stare down. Satomura offers the hand, and Fire accepts. A sign of respect. How could you not? A big win here for Satomura. Well, what a clash that was, and we still have 2 championship matches left here tonight, including this next one for the top prize on the NXT UK brand. The NXT United Kingdom Championship is on the line, and making his way to the ring here is the loudmouth Aussie Grayson Waller, who tucked his way into this matchup. He laid down the challenge for Dragunov, the champion, and he obliged. So Waller shooting a shot. Now he's just got to connect, but he's got to get it done against this man, the Tsar himself, Ilya Dragunov, as the fans get to their feet for the arrival of the United Kingdom champion, who is here in Orlando, Florida. Last time we saw Dragunov here in the States, he put on a 5-star classic to win that championship against the former champion Gunther, and Dragunov has not looked back since. You can tell he's a little bit eccentric, but he is tough nonetheless. Try putting him away, this man, as he looks to defend the United Kingdom Championship here tonight. He has been on a roll, the top man of his brand, and now he puts the title away, or on the line, against a youngster in Grayson Waller, who is a lot different than Dragunov. He will speak his mind. He will go to the social media, but don't discount Grayson Waller. This is a very tough task here tonight for Ilya Dragunov. The fans here at NXT celebrate the arrival, and we get ready for our next championship encounter. You can see everybody going along with Dragunov. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT United Kingdom Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 224 pounds, Grayson Waller. And his opponent, he is from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 210 pounds. He is the NXT United Kingdom Champion, Ilya Dragunov. Well, both superstars look ready to go for this matchup for the top prize of NXT UK. That is what it's all about. Can Grayson Waller win the title? Will Dragunov schedule another title defense in his book? We'll have to wait and see, but we are ready for this one. Grayson Waller, Ilya Dragunov for the championship, and we are underway. Both superstars go to the center of the ring, and what you'll notice in this one, just like earlier in the NXT Championship matchup, Grayson Waller has quite the size advantage in this one, and we saw how that worked out in the first matchup with Braun Breaker. He was able to knock off A-Kid. Well, can Grayson Waller use that same strategy and net gold for the first time in his career? He's going to quickly go for the cover, maybe looking to surprise Dragunov here, but Dragunov does kick out at 1. But Grayson Waller, a very young, talented individual here. He's very tall, he's very athletic, as he quickly now goes to the top rope And Dragunov up to his feet. What does Waller have in mind? Hits him with a Hurricane Rana takedown. That's what I'm talking about. Waller's got some athleticism. He's on display here tonight. Has yet to win gold in his NXT career, but he's notched a couple of big wins. Saw him a couple months ago in a last man standing victory over LA Knight, who is now currently on Raw. So Grayson Waller has been able to pick up victories. Doesn't have Sanga at ringside here with him tonight. No bodyguard presence. Waller looking to go at it solo, so a little bit different. Got to respect it a little bit from Grayson Waller. I know it's hard to say Grayson Waller and respect in the same sentence when all he likes to do is run his mouth and post to the Instagram and the social media. And that's part of the reason why he called out Ilya tonight. Grayson Waller said, hey, nothing's going to get me more likes on social media than winning the championship. And Dragunov right now with the upper hand, using every inch of his body to his advantage. A couple of sentons, but gets whipped off his feet for good measure. Now Waller hits a standing moonsault. A lot of athleticism. Didn't know Waller had that in the arsenal. Quickly goes to the second rope, and it's another springboard attempt. Waller looking good early. If he keeps this up, he will be champion. As once more goes to the second rope. Look at that one. Moonsault off the top rope. Waller, I mean, going with a lot of aerial. Don't know if we'll see this become a staple of Grayson Waller's game, but I mean, we're going up against the top prize. Why not pull out all the stops? As he gets to now from behind, deadlifts Ilya up and over. This holds the cover as Ilya, though, does kick out at one. And now, though, goes for another standing shooting star, but Dragunov this time does put the knees up. And now the champ looks to get back into this matchup. Ilya Dragunov holds that left arm, looking for an armbar here. Waller close to the ropes. Could get out of this one, but Dragunov does just give it up, realizing that it's not going to really be enough to get the victory yet. Instead, he's going to get Grayson Waller back to his feet. Whip him into the corner, and goes in for a clothesline, but nice elbow counter from Waller. Gets each one of his own, though, from Dragunov. Both superstars trading elbows here in the early part of this matchup as Dragunov looks to get in control. Shot there to Waller in the corner. And now has him up. Look at this power. An electric chair there. Dragunov showing a little bit of power of his own. Another senton. No room to breathe in this matchup as now Waller moves out of the way of the senton. Both superstars going at a very fast-paced encounter. Not quite sure how long that will keep up as there's a nice spine buster for Grayson Waller as he has control of Dragunov. Now going to go for a submission hold. Look to wear down the champion as well as get a little bit of rest. But Dragunov quickly out of it, back to his feet. Kick to the face and a nice discus clothesline. Knocks down Waller. Nice stretch by Ilya Dragunov. He is the champion. Been champion for 286 days now. So Dragunov's built quite a reign for himself. And now looking to stretch out a crossface here on Waller, who's really in the center of the ring. But Waller, focusing on the grip, does get out of it. And the match continues. Now both superstars back to their feet. Who will get the advantage of this one? It looks like a kick from Dragunov, but Waller, grabs him again and props the champ against the rope. Chop. And now tying up that left leg, stretching him. And uses every inch of the 5 count. Does Grayson Waller. It's something he will do. Grayson Waller will take shortcuts, will cut corners. He will do whatever it takes to get the victory. But Ilya Dragunov, on the other hand, just a spitball of fire here. Now a couple of strikes. Backs Waller up again. Now it's clothesline. And Dragunov starting to get rolling. Catches the big boot. Sweeps the leg. And now Waller is down and Dragunov is feeling it. Has the NXT Universe behind him. Gets Waller back to his feet. He's going to whip him into the ropes. And Waller goes to the outside. And now both superstars make their way outside the ring. We've seen this be utilized quite a bit here tonight. As Dragunov has Waller up, armbar, and takes him down to the outside and continues to work away. Won't get him to submit out here, but you have a 10 count, so you might as well use it as he works away on the arms of the challenger. The ref up to a count of 3. Dragunov back in the ring. Waller will follow suit. Up on the apron, hops over, and Dragunov might have got caught off guard there. I think he went for a punch, but Waller quicker to the punch. No pun intended. And now Waller has Dragunov. What's he thinking here? Hangs him up on the second rope. Dragunov falls to the outside, and Waller's starting to feel himself. Starting to get going in this matchup. Gonna go to the outside. Not entirely sure what he was thinking there. Dragunov way out of the way of that one. Maybe that's a little bit of a green mistake there from Waller. Maybe he'll hopefully learn that with time, as he didn't even come close. And now another crossface here by Dragunov on the outside, who starting to see his game plan. Work away on the challenger, a couple of submission moves, high-octane offense. That is all Dragunov's game. And just force your opponent to on the back foot, like Waller is doing. Now he just has to throw Dragunov to create some separation and just get a minute to control himself, looking to silence the crowd while you see Dragunov on the outside, the exact opposite, trying to get him fired up. Who will walk away victorious in this encounter. Looks like Waller has a grip on Dragunov. They go to the corner, but the champion fights out of it. Czar now puts Waller away. Nice suplex there into the corner. I don't know if that's enough to get the victory, but Dragunov is going to try for it. Drags Waller out of the corner. Now going to go for the pinfall here. Might have wasted a little bit too much time. Gets 2 though, but Waller does kick out at 2. Well, solid showing from both performers here tonight. Hasn't been able to get the victory. As now Waller gets into the corner. Gets met with an elbow for good measure. And now Dragunov in some trouble. DDT there by Waller. And Waller starting to get rolling. Has his eyes on the championship. Dragunov up on his shoulders. What's Waller thinking here? Plants him again with another spine buster. Dragunov in the center of the ring, or was in the center of the ring. Rolls to the ropes. Very smart ring awareness. Going to allow us some time to be wasted as now Waller has to drag him to the center. Gets 2 and Dragunov kicks out. As that little bit of a instinct to roll to the ropes might have saved Dragunov his championship. But now Waller up to the top rope. Goes for the elbow drop on Dragunov. That big time drop from the top rope. This to win the championship. And Dragunov kicks out at 2. Waller cannot believe it. I thought he had the championship there. I thought another title was coming home to NXT 2.0 tonight, as we did see the European Championship change hands. Now Waller has Dragunov grounded. Now looking for some submissions of his own. Knee into the back. Chin lock here on the champ. And just wearing his way. Waller does have the size advantage. Now working away on those arms, stomps, maybe not allowing Dragunov to allow any more of those submissions that he's utilized in this matchup. And now the pace starting to slow a little bit as we get into the later part of this matchup. But Waller going to go back to the top rope. Is he thinking that elbow drop again? No, he wants Dragunov to get back to his feet. And Waller jumps off the top rope. Maybe he had second thoughts. Instead, going to go for a springboard drop kick, misses, and now Dragunov has Waller and hits him with a German suplex. That might have, that little bit of hesitation on the top rope. He could have connected with the move there. Might have cost Waller his momentum. As now Dragunov with another armbar here in on Waller. Waller not really close to the ropes, but Dragunov will release the hold. Maybe he has something else in mind here. He's going to whip Waller into the far turnbuckle. Goes there to meet him and drives him into the top turnbuckle. Dragunov again, head first into the turnbuckle. Now kicks to the sternum. Waller starting to feel a little dazed here as Dragunov gets going. Another German suplex takes down the challenger, and the champion could be closing in on a victory. Another submission attempt here. Instead, he's going to work it away on that right shoulder of the challenger. Dragunov getting fired up. Elbow drop, starting to maybe think about the end. You got to start thinking about putting away your opponent here. Don't give him too much daylight. While you're on top, while the iron is hot, so to speak, start to think about how you're going to put away your challenger. There's that big running uppercut. That could have been it. Waller actually goes down. He could have been knocked out from that shot. Gets 2. But no, Waller at the last second gets the shoulder up. Dragunov connected with that patented running uppercut. Didn't have a lot of momentum behind it. Maybe that was what caused Waller to be able to kick out. Just kind of standing uppercut. But now, Dragunov in the corner. He's going to call for it again. Has the opportunity, and he connects again. Waller down to the mat. It looks like he got all of that one. This to retain the championship, and no, Waller kicks out. Well, I thought that time for sure Dragunov had it. He had the running start and everything, but Waller gets the shoulder up. You got to give it to Grayson Waller, showing the gutsy performance here tonight. Waller never really been one to be that much of, so to say, a tough guy. Hasn't shown a lot of this resiliency in his young career, but realizes that the championship is on the line tonight, so you got to tap into that extra tank you didn't know you had. Is now Dragunov, though, getting rolling again. A couple of clotheslines. Once again, takes the challenger off his feet. And actually going to go for a pinfall here. Not sure if that's enough to get the victory, but Waller, who's been a lot of pressure here recently, kicks out at 2. But Dragunov with all the momentum here. Another clothesline, but this time Waller stays on his feet. Look at the resiliency of the challenger. Continues to stay on his feet. Another shot. Waller now down to a knee. Dragunov from behind will connect with a back suplex. So finally Waller goes down, but took a lot of effort to get there. But Dragunov, with a limitless gas tank, it seems, continues to go at it on the challenger. Now looking to lock in that submission hold again. Waller can see the ropes, but will he be able to get there? Oh, he's going to kick the champion off. So once more, Waller does not give up. Been a very gutsy performance. You can't take that away, as there's a sunset flip bomb now by Waller. He's going to shoot the half, tries to get the champion here. Is this enough to net him the gold? Gets 2, but Dragunov does kick out. Well, I mean, how about this performance by Grayson Waller? Win, lose, or draw. He's definitely won over a lot of critics here tonight. He's taking the best shots that Dragunov has to offer and continues to go. Another spine buster there. And Waller again going to go to the top rope. Is he going to hesitate this time? No, he doesn't, but he doesn't connect with the elbow drop. Dragunov rolls out of the way. Waller went for it. He missed. And now Dragunov might be lining him up again for that running uppercut. Waller up to his feet. He connects. Dragunov into the pin. This to get the victory. And no! Waller again gets the right shoulder up. Dragunov can't believe it. He thought it was 3, but he's going to go for it a third time. You can't take a third one of these. Move out of the way. Waller, and it connects. He goes down again. Dragunov into the cover, hooks the leg, and gets the victory. Dragunov finally puts away Waller, but it took 3 running uppercuts. A tremendous gutsy performance by Waller. It just wasn't his night here tonight, but he definitely proved himself. Took the best shot multiple times that the champion had to offer. Just couldn't get the hand raise, missed the elbow drop, opened up the window, and Dragunov, after 2 more running uppercuts, was able to retain the championship. Very good performance, but Dragunov, still your champion. And that brings us to the main event. A tag team clash for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships. Get the top billing tonight. And here come the Creed brothers, representing Diamond Mine here tonight. They have a little bit of a shot at redemption to win some championship gold. If you remember this team, they lost at NXT In Your House due to some interference from Wes Lee, out of all people, saying that he shouldn't have lost the titles. And he cost the Creed brothers an opportunity, saying that they also attacked the Creed brothers back in February. And it cost them an opportunity back then, as gold seems to have just eluded these two fellows. But they have another opportunity here tonight. But it's no easy task. It's actually a tall task. Yes, pun intended, because this is Mustache Mountain, the current NXT UK Tag Team Champions. That is Tyler Bates, and that is Trent Seven marching his way to the ring. Don't let their funny, comical demeanor fool you. These are 2 very talented individuals. I mean, Tyler Bates was the very first ever NXT United Kingdom champion, and Trent Seven is somebody who has been around the block, and these 2 are your NXT UK Tag Team Champions. They wanted the best. They said as soon as Worlds Collide was announced, they wanted the best tag team that NXT 2.0 had to offer, and that was none other than the Creed brothers. So they get another chance here tonight at gold, and it's in the form of going up against Mustache Mountain, a match that should be a classic. As you can see, Mustache Mountain making their way to the ring. No strangers here to the North American, as they are also former NXT Tag Team Champions when they were here in a stint earlier in their tag team careers, but they have made their way into the ring. Trent Seven rather slowly rolled into the ring, but it is now time for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships to be on the line, your main event of the evening, as we get it down to the ring for championship introductions. As first, the challengers got a combined weight of 511 pounds, Julius and Brutus, the Creed brothers, and they're going up against the NXT UK Tag Team Champions with a combined weight of 383 pounds. It is Mustache Mountain. It is time for the championship encounter. Your main event of the evening is for those two titles right there, the NXT UK Tag Team Championships. Looks like it'll be Brutus Creed starting off Tyler Bate for his team. And we are ready. The main event of Worlds Collide has begun. As now they go to the center of the ring. Brutus Creed gets hip tossed early in the contest. Tyler Bates gets the early advantage, but this should be a barn burn between two of the best teams. Look at that clothesline by Tyler Bate in their respective countries, as Mustache Mountain champions now for 177 days as your UK Tag Team Champions. Like I mentioned, they're also former NXT Tag Team Champions. They've won gold quite a few times. The Creed brothers, on the other hand, looking for their first taste at that gold. Came up short at Stand and Deliver in that triple threat tornado tag match. Also came up short at In Your House. Yes, it hasn't always been their fault, but at some point, you got to be able to reach the mountaintop despite adversity. And the Creed brothers have not been able to. Will they be able to here tonight? As Tyler Bate, though, in the early going has gotten the advantage, but he's going to make the tag now to his partner, Trent Seven, the other half of Mustache Mountain, makes his way into the ring, and he is a very interesting guy. He's going to do a lot of jokey shenanigans. He's going to try to fool you with his humor, when in reality, Trent Seven is a tough dude, and he will take the fight to you. As you can see, a couple of strikes here to Brutus Creed, who does have his foot underneath the rope. Ref not, I guess, going to oblige to that, though, as now Trent Seven gets Brutus back to his feet now, has him up on his shoulders, and hangs him up over the top rope. Trent Seven, look, goes for a chop there, but drops Brutus instead of the DDT. That's what I'm talking about. He's going to fool you with his offense. As now the Creed brothers they've gone off to a slow start here. They need to get some offense. There's a nice driver there by Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven to be specific. And you can see Julius quickly wants a tag, realizes Brutus is really close to his corner, but Trent Seven smartly is not going to allow that to happen. So Trent Seven is just going to take matters into his own hands and get involved in this contest. But you see Tyler Bate quickly across the ring. He's going to take care of Julius Creed, but back in the ring, Brutus Creed now has a nice suplex there on Trent Seven, as the Creed brothers looking to get a little bit of offense in this one and bring some gold here to the Diamond Mine. Looking to make their leader Roderick Strong proud. Because now Brutus has Trent Seven, a little bit of a submission. Actually, I thought it was going to be a submission. That's an interesting knees to the spine there by Brutus. All your body weight momentum going right into your opponent's knees. And you can see now Brutus Creed, the amateur wrestling background of the Creed brothers coming into play here. These are guys you're not going to be able to out-grapple on the mat very often. So you want to go up top with these guys in the striking department. As Trent Seven thought there, actually bumped into the referee for a second. The referee was able to stay on his feet there. You got to stay on your toes in this contest. These two teams going at it. As now Trent Seven again has Brutus on his shoulder, looking for that driver again. He connects a second time. Brutus in some trouble, has not been able to make a tag either to his partner. And now Trent Seven continues the offense, shots to the forehead of his challenger. While Trent Seven, on the other hand, will make a tag to Tyler Bate, who now enters the fray. And Brutus Creed starting to get back to his feet, but Bate is there, but Creed, elbow to the midsection. Now nice uppercut, and that was the separation he needed. Yes, Brutus smartly makes a way over to his corner. Now Julius Creed, for the first time, will enter this matchup. A little fresh man here for the Creed brothers, a much-needed tag, but he gets met with a German suplex for his efforts. Tyler Bate, nice pop of the hips there. And now has Julius Creed in range for a knee strike. And he's going to make the tag over to Trent Seven. As Trent has a down Julius, the Creed brothers just haven't been able to get out of the box. As there's a nice leg sweep takedown by Julius. Maybe that is the opportunity that they needed. Now starting to work away on Trent 7. Armbar attempt. That's going to damage that ligament. Starting to get a little bit of offense in. Starting to wear down your opponent. Gets Trent back to his feet. Couple of strikes. Now has a hold of him. A half and half suplex on the upper part of the neck of Trent 7. That's got to hurt. And now the Creed brothers looking to get into this contest. Another suplex attempt there by Julius. And he has Trent 7 down. This could be the opportunity now for the Creed brothers to get back in this matchup. Julius is going to make the tag over to Brutus, who's had a minute to rest. And he looks like he's ready to re-enter the ring. He's going to pick Trent up, take him right back down. Going to look for a submission as he ties up 7. Pulls him back, and then face first he goes into the mat. Brutus Creed viciously takes down his opponent. But now Trent 7 back up to his feet. And Trent has a hold of Brutus. Going to drive him into his corner now. Look to make a sag, and he does. Now Tyler Bates into the contest. They line up Brutus, a double super kick. Nice tag team offense there by Mustache Mountain. Tyler Bates starting to get fired up as he has Brutus Creed down, but he's actually going to make a tag back out to Trent 7. 7 re-enters the fray, but Brutus now back up to his feet. Might have wasted a little bit of time. I think he was thinking suplex, but 7 hits a nice Northern Lights suplex of his own. Nice counter there by the champs. As now a kick to the midsection. 7 has Brutus up, looking for a power bomb, but Brutus specifically will fight out of it. 7 though, back on the offense. Chops, backs up the challenger. Another kick to the midsection. This time thinking suplex, and he delivers. Allows an modified suplex of some sorts, but he's going to go for the cover. Is this enough to retain the goal? Gets a 1 though, a long 1 count. But Brutus Creed does kick out. 7 now will make a tag to his partner, Tyler Bates. Now the legal man as he goes to work on the down Brutus Creed, working away on that left leg as Mustache Mountain looks to be in control of this contest at the moment. As Bate now looks for a suplex of his own. Nice suplex there on Brutus Creed. And now Tyler Bates staying on the offense. Creed might need to make a tag soon. As Tyler Bate whips him into the corner, down goes Brutus Creed. As Tyler Bate makes a tag to Trent 7. On the other end, it's still Brutus Creed. I think he started to crawl his way to his corner, but 7 is there to cut him off. This veteran tag team textbook tag team offense. Cut off the ring. Don't allow your opponent to make a tag. As now 7. Well, actually, Brutus fights out of it. And now creates a little bit of separation. Is that enough? And no, he's going to go to 7. Maybe try to drag him to his own corner, but 7 won't allow that to happen. Not going to allow Brutus to make the tag just yet. As this one hanging in the balance. Brutus needs to make a tag, trying to create some separation. He dumps 7 to the outside. This might be what you need, but he's actually going to go on the offense. You have the opportunity here, but he's starting to feel the NXT Universe. Brutus Creed starting to come back to life, starting to get that rush of adrenaline. But on the outside, a DDT by Trent 7 stops all the momentum. But Brutus actually countered with a kick of his own. Trent 7 goes now as Tyler Bate, you can see, watching on, yet to get involved on the outside. It's been a pretty clean affair so far. As Trent 7 goes bouncing off of the apron. And now Brutus Creed has Trent 7 back up. Ref to a count of 5. He will get thrown back in the ring while Brutus makes his way over to his side. Brutus now doesn't go for a tag. Trent 7 gets a hold of the challenger. Hangs him up on the ropes. What does 7 have in mind? He's just going to go with a couple of elbow strikes to the back as Brutus just continues to get worn down. Now actually goes for the cover here. Gets 2, and Brutus, though, will kick out. And the challengers stay alive in this contest. Mustache Mountain getting a lot of offense in, though, as we got to start to wonder, what's it going to take to put away the Creed brothers? They're very, very resilient competitors. We've seen that in the past. And Mustache Mountain starting to experience that firsthand. Trent 7's asking for Brutus Creed to stay down. Now makes the tag to Tyler Bates, who gets into the contest. He's going to pick Brutus Creed back off of the mat. And Tyler Bates, goes for a clothesline, knocks down the ref. The ref is down. And wait a second, here comes Roderick Strong with a chair. Well, what is this all about? Strong to come. No, he's not going to help out his team. A chair shot to Julius Creed. What is Strong doing? Attacking his Diamond Mine companion. Meanwhile, on the inside, Brutus Creed distracted the ref back to his feet. Bait with a submission. Brutus Creed is taking a lot of offense in this matchup. He's not going to submit, but he's fading. Brutus Creed might just be out of it. Tyler Bate now into the cover. Ref in position, gets 2. And yes, Mustache Mountain retains the titles. But Roderick Strong, what has happened to the Diamond Mine? He took out Julius Creed on the outside with a chair, and Brutus Creed all alone in the ring just could not do it any longer. The submission caught up to him. Mustache Mountain retains the championships. I mean, they win. I mean, not their fault that Roderick Strong came out. But the story is, why? Why did Roderick Strong turn his back on the Diamond Mine? I mean, he was trying to find out who attacked him, and now he attacks his partners. Well, that's going to do it here for Worlds Collide. The show is over. I hope you guys enjoy. We got questions, though. What's next for Diamond Mine, and what's next for both brands? Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I sure did, as we look forward to our next pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell is actually literally right just next. So if you enjoyed this premiere, another one is coming. If you did also enjoy it, make sure you drop that like and subscribe if you haven't already, in case you want more Universe Mode content. But this is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.